Dara project is a structured day programme for adults who are in recovery from drug and alcohol addiction. We have two locations. One is in Athy, County Kildare, and the other is in Kildare Town. And the programmes that we offer are a structured programme from Monday to Friday that involves a variety of different activities. So some of the activities that we deliver here in the Dara project are relapse prevention and recovery supports, all focused really at helping the individual gain the skills to maintain their recovery. The new pilot programme that we're so excited about has two elements to it. The first element is called the Access Group. That happens every Tuesday and Thursday from 2 till 4 in Kildare Town. And essentially what that is, it's an opportunity for people who are in the community still struggling with addiction to come along and drop in and get access to the Dara project and all of its services. The other main pilot programme that we're really excited about is called the Stabilisation Programme. And this will be a structured programme similar to the drug-free programme. And that is aiming to help those people who may be still on methadone, maybe on prescription medication, or maybe even still have an illicit substance within their system. We wanted to be able to support them and help them to become more stable in their life, but especially in their recovery.
What led me to the Dara project was at a very young age. I had a mentally abusive teacher. At 10 years of age, I lost my first friend to suicide and started to use aerosols at 10. And then I moved on to weed, alcohol. By the time I was 15, I was deep in it, in a lot of trouble, but I thought I was just enjoying myself. The educational side of things in the Dara, I've completed a level 5 in mental health, I've completed a level 5 in addiction studies. It showed me and allowed me to see certain things about myself that I wouldn't have fully understood and that I have a much better grasp on going forward in life. The support I've got from the Dara project is phenomenal. They've shown me not only that I can believe in myself, but that they believe in me. They've asked me to step up. A few months ago, they asked me to step up as project worker to take on a little more responsibility around the place. Also, I have got work in the secondary care treatment centre that I went through. I do a night shift and a Saturday shift there as well. The Dara project have gone above and beyond for my recovery journey, maintaining my daily discipline of coming in here from early morning to the early afternoons. You know, they've brought many key aspects that involve the recovery cycle. They've brought therapeutic check-in groups, education courses and fun day outs, you know, throughout the week. The education, the work experience and the training played a vital part in my recovery. On a Tuesday and Thursday in the Dara project, they sought education courses for every participant that comes from every aspect of walk of life. They've given us QQI level 5 courses in addiction studies, mental health, understanding mental health recovery. They've helped us to get wood workshops. They've helped us to gain just general knowledge about what to do in a day-to-day living. I've been employed for the last year, part-time employment. The Dara project has greatly helped me to understand that I need part-time employment. They've given me healthy coping mechanisms to deal with people that aren't in recovery. They've given me coping mechanisms to understand how to take myself out of situations that are not beneficial for myself and my recovery.
The Dara programme is important to the Department of Social Protection in Kildare because at the moment it's the only drug-free day programme running in County Kildare. So at the moment, the Dara programme and the CE drug rehabilitation programmes are funded from our community employment section within the department. This means that we can fund core staff to programmes. Within the Dara programme at the moment, we fund 5 full-time CE supervisor posts and we fund 40 participant posts. We also have a training budget which can fund training and education opportunities for participants. We were very happy to be in a position to support the application for the expansion of the Dara programme in conjunction with the SICAP programme and the local task force here. It's been identified over the past number of years that there was a gap in the provision of services for people who are looking for help, who are still in addiction. We know that employment is very important in sustaining or helping people sustain that recovery, in that it gives people back a sense of purpose, it gives people back a sense of pride, it gives people an income. And the Dara programme is very important within that, in that it equips people and gives them the skills to continue with their further education or training or to progress directly to employment.
My life has changed immensely since completing the Dara project. I was homeless before the Dara project, where I was in emergency accommodation. I didn't have much in my life what I thought I wanted, or where I felt like there was a need to live anymore. The Dara project played a big role when it came to education and training. They have small courses where they send us to maybe once every week or such, to kind of gather a bit more thoughts on ourselves and lives. One of the courses they actually sent us to was understanding mental health. I didn't have a great knowledge of understanding mental health before I had done this course, but it actually made me realise more about myself and others. It gave me a great knowledge, and it made me feel like I actually achieved something. The support from the Dara project has immensely impacted. They have taught us how to act or how to present ourselves in an interview for a job. This had come with actually learning more about ourselves and putting ourselves out there for people that would become more reliable.
The most valuable aspects of the program for me were just the support, the community I found with everyone else. It made me feel more comfortable in the fellowship, going to meetings. It made me feel more comfortable speaking to other people, and everyone showed a lot of support, not just inside the Dara project, but when we leave, when we go home, people would look out for each other, and that made a big difference for me. The role the education training components of the Dara project played in my recovery was mostly it made me realise I wasn't as stupid as I had believed I was. It gave me the confidence to go further in my education, to go to college, and they supported me the whole way through. It just made me realise I could do more than I thought I could. In terms of finding and maintaining employment, the Dara project mostly helped with things like confidence and stability. Before work would overwhelm me, I would feel uncomfortable talking to customers and my colleagues, but it gave me a lot of confidence just to smile, to do what I needed to do, and just to not get overwhelmed with my work.
When I came into recovery, I had considered education and training as part of my life that was finished, that I would never be able to get back to. But through the Dara project, through the various courses we completed, I've gone back to education. I've completed a level 5 in community addictions, and I will explore going further with level 6 and level 7 in community addiction studies through the Dara project. Without the Dara project, I also wouldn't have been able to go back to employment. I wouldn't have been able to consider going back to employment. They were very encouraging and supportive and would help me in any aspect in my employment search. Also, it gave me the confidence to seek employment. It made me believe that I was capable of going back into employment. Recovery means everything to me. It's given me my life back. It's given me a whole new life. Even more than that, it's given my family back their life. It's given my family back their son, their brother. It's given them back their peace of mind that it took from them for so many years.
Often it's in the community that the problem takes place, and therefore having community detox and community rehabilitation, it makes a huge difference because it benefits the rehabilitation process. In the community, it's where many of the triggers to use exist. So addressing these issues in the community, it adds to sustainable recovery. So the impact from the Dara project, it's a huge important element of any intervention, and the research evidence from the project clearly shows that recovery can be contagious. So people look at their peers and they look at people that perhaps they've used with before, and they see that as a motivation to get sober and live a clean life. The wonderful thing about the Dara project, it's led by a team who rely on evidence-based learning. So therefore, the informed interventions are all based on evidence, and therefore they're proven approaches to recovery. So the person is at the center of the very program. So basically, innovation is taking a good idea and making it a great reality. And even in my visits to the Dara project, where I've attended the barbecues and I've seen what is happening on the ground, I'm excited that the new stabilisation process is organic growth from a project that is set out to help the individual overcome substance misuse to absolutely becoming a new person in sobriety and recovery.
There could be a variety of challenges of supporting people who are not yet drug or alcohol free. From my experience of working with this client group, sometimes they may have behavioural challenges, behaving in a particular way. They may be still a little bit of chaotic in their approach. They may not even agree with some aspects of the program and may even challenge the staff. We've always found that if you are kind and compassionate and gentle with a person, that approach works. When somebody is on the receiving end of love, it changes a person.